Hi, Graham. Let's go over your proposal, the rough draft, and see what we've got here. The first thing, if you go back and look at the sample that I provided, the sample proposal, I believe last week, you'll see that it doesn't have the standard header on it. It's a little different because it's a proposal. You're trying to get someone, persuade someone, or more than one person, maybe an entity of some sort, to do something, either to completely solve something or help alleviate the issue or problem. So be sure to remove this header. Also, I'm not sure. I think that this right here, I don't know if it's because you put that there or not, but as you know, it looks like you did do the insert picture, but without this here, you should have Kennedy one there, just like you've got Kennedy. It should look just like this, only it's got one. I really like the picture, and you do have the website. Thank you. Let's see, what did I say? Make smaller. So I think I actually had to make this picture a little smaller so I could fit everything on the first page, because the title page, that's all I want on it, is all of the information here. Put your name, Professor Holland, the course, and the section number, and then it would be, of course, your day of the month. You'd put 20 April 2022. Now, one thing I did notice, you love the word big. I would like to encourage you not to use that word at all. I would like for you to look it up on synonyms. In fact, you might be able to do that on your Microsoft Word. I don't know if you're using a home version. Trying to get this little screen thing out of the way so I can look. All right, so if I go to review, well, okay, there we go. Review. It's where you would find your spelling. But let me see if I type in the search box what it'll do. Thesaurus. Is it showing? Thesaurus. Sorry, I need to have my readers on and I don't. Well, you should be able to go to your tools and you could actually highlight a word and go to the thesaurus and it will give you another word for it. Let me see if it's here. Nope. Okay, find another word. I'm just thinking large is better, enormous, explosive, no pun intended, serious. Does it even have to be a quantity number? It could be the show grave, which is double entendre for death and serious. But anyway, come up with another word. So attention, you don't have an attention getting lead and you need to have one. So as for the sentence you began with, I would restate it by saying something like, one of the, find another word for biggest, problems facing children today is obesity. You could say the US's society, or because you don't want to say our, you can't use first person. One of the biggest problems facing the US today is obesity, childhood, and then say childhood obesity. Because at first you're going to say, oh, it's the Ukrainian standoff with the Russian. No, that's not it. Okay. And what we're supposed to do, it's something else. Okay. Move your figure 1 up. So I noticed that was in a box, so you need to move it up. There you go. And you still have your 4 lines there. Okay, now remember, and thank you, you did a good job on that. After that, though, you've got about 6 or 8 lines, just only skipped 2. So right after this, I just hit return, return, and then go here. This one concerns me here because even if you are replacing this word in brackets, which I'm glad that you're doing that for something else, I don't know if there was a term that you were substituting here or a word. I don't know. But I do know that that's not, and this is what I say over here, it's not a reason or an excuse or justification for capitalizing the O. So, I mean, from not doing it, you have to have a capital letter. It doesn't matter. If it were, I don't want to confuse you, but let's just say that it was a lowercase o, that you pulled it out of a quote. Then what you would do is put a bracket there and make it a capital O, but it has to be a capital O, however you do it. Okay, find out what SO's credentials are and begin an attributive tag, because you've got a lot of the things that show SO. It says Dr. Young Yun So, who specializes in juvenile diabetes, states that, and you don't even have to put a comma there if you have the word that. Now, I made that up. I've looked him up. I know he's, I believe he's at a Korean, I was going to say a North Korean hospital, but that may not make sense. I would think South Korea. I don't know if North Korea would be so sharing with the United States. But look up, just try to give him a credential. Why should we be listening to him? I do know that he's done research. And then I told you that. I made that up. So don't do that. Don't use my makeup one. Here, find synonyms for big, biggest, big. I'm going to go to another screen. Wow, I am not sure when I stopped this. So read my suggestions. May have been back up here with the biggest. Okay, it might have been around here. So, and I did figure out where your quotation mark is. This is a very long quotation that goes here to here. I'm sorry. Okay, so we don't want to do that. What I did is I reworded it at the bottom over here. I kept part of it in the quotation and quotation marks, and then this way. Okay, yeah, let me go up here. Well, these allergies are crazy. Whew. Okay, so this is how I said you should do it. What I would do is I would end it there. With a paper that's under 10 pages, I would not want you to do a long quotation. because it would mean that that's mainly somebody else's writing. But the other reason is because it's a different kind of quoting. It's block. So you would actually have a paragraph that is, you indent it one more time on the left. So we're not going to do that one. All right. This is what I decided to do. Instead of keeping this, I'd take all of that out and substitute this. Okay, so it would say you would actually end it up here. It starts on the previous page. And then in addition, oh, and I would take this out because what I did, I took all of this out. And not only did I paraphrase it, I actually put it in shorter words. Okay, are an additional, okay, so it says eating behaviors are an additional determining factor of obesity. Another determinant is finding the etiology of this eating disorder by assessing the subject's eating behaviors, such as, I'd say the subject's daily consumption of fast food and sugared drinks. Okay, and then that way you're paraphrasing. Actually, you might want to put chung there too. Okay, because you actually did paraphrase that. All right, so then you go here. I was talking about big. Go to thesaurus.com or merriam-webster.com, whichever. I reworded this just for your consideration. When you talk about the children and the way they live, and their life and the way they live it, it's really saying the same thing. So I gave you an alternative thing that you could consider. Change it up a little bit. That's fine. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Aren't they the same? Okay. This right here, I said, no, you didn't, because you've got we, you can't use first person. Okay. And also you use the word kid. Let's avoid that. Okay. Let's not do that. Oh, wait, this one. In the one study from the article, okay, actually your comma would go here. And take it out there. Discovered. Okay. All right. A space is needed between your quotation marks. And this is something that is consistently wrong. So make sure you've got a space between the quotation mark and the first parenthesis. Then what I was telling you in this paragraph here, and I think I stated it wrong because I was doing it last night, that of this paragraph actually has 148 words, and the 73 that are highlighted are the words that came from your sources. Well, let's just do the mental math. Everybody says do the mental math. Okay, let's just say that, okay, so if you divide this by 2, you get 74. So this is almost half someone else's words. And when you submit this on SafeAssign, you need to check it, because it should, I've set it where y'all can actually see. I want you to check it and make sure that that it's not over 40%, because that would say that almost half of your paper, or 40%, is somebody else's words, which shows me you're not putting your reasoning, you're not answering questions like, so what, and what do these sources, what do these experts support in my paragraphs. So watch that. You need to have more of your reasoning in here. I was trying to think. Recent net, okay, while offering healthier options, decreasing weight in children. And you might add something to that is schools, once most students hit middle school, they no longer have a recess and go straight from lunch to class, where they have to sit for approximately another hour. The only exercise they get is in the passing time, which can vary from 3 to 5 minutes. Actually, at the middle school that I used to teach at, I didn't, but the administrators cut it down to 3 minutes. As some of them had to go to the other side of the campus, but most of us were in the same area, though. But it's just to keep kids from congregating out in the hall and all the things that can happen then. Okay, so, okay. And that's true of all these paragraphs. I really noticed it in that one. Okay, this title is way too long to put in the body of a paragraph. So also it's not listed under that name. When I look up effects of circuit trading, it is not on your works cited, and I should be able to find it there. So either you got to change this to match what's on Academic Search Complete, or you've got to change Academic Search Complete to include that. I didn't find it at all. Okay, again, another space there. You need to put that there. Okay, you put SF. Okay. I don't even know what I did there. Oh, I'm just telling you, put a space there. Oh, yeah, physical activity. Okay, just take that slash out. Okay, don't start a sentence with Arabic numbers. You get 6 and 6. Some people call them Arabic. If you must say that, if you must put a statistic at the beginning, then spell it out. It'd be capital SIXTY hyphen SIX. Okay. Here, dietary behaviors it is the name of an article, and I don't think that's the complete name, but you don't have any other ones that start with those two words are short. Always try to shorten it if it's long. On your works cited, it should be in Times New Roman, no bold, and it has to be 12-point font. I think this is what the original looked like, but you have to take out this extra space. There should only be this amount, like the same amount of spaces between chung and effects should be between your title and the first one. Take out the extra line between your entries. If you look at it, you can tell there's an extra line. So what I would do is, let's see, this article is not cited. Okay, yeah, I think that's the one about I don't know. I don't know which one. I'll let you read the comments. Okay, but take the extra line out. And this is how you do it. Click, I separated it out when I did this. Let me do this. Okay. Oh, goodness. Stop it. Okay, here we go. this is how you do it. You go to paragraph, you do the right click. Okay. You go to make sure all that's at 0 for your whole paper. Then you go to don't add spaces between paragraphs of the same style. So be sure to select all. And when you do that, select all and then do that and say, okay. And it should take that out. Now, you need to also, that's a nice tidbit when you're looking at somebody else's paper that you remind them of that, or because you actually did have a video on that one of the first sessions, but probably don't remember it. And what I did, you need to go back and you need to indent your paragraphs. So that's done there. All righty. Let me know if you have any questions.